So I'm going to start you off with a question that you already know how to find the answer to. Yes, you did do this. I wonder if you remember how. How many ways can I arrange 5 different photographs on a shelf? Take a minute, see if you remember how to do it.
You did this in a test.
Yes, you have done this. So we're going to elaborate on this today.
Oh.
We'll get an answer. Everybody get an answer.
Oh, I already know. I got this.
Can you label them like
You sure can. That's a great idea. I'll give you a teeny tiny hint. It might be easier for you to start with 2 photographs, 3 photographs, because 5 photographs is a lot. So there's a lot of different combinations. So it might be easier, instead of actually trying to write out all the different ways that you can arrange those 5, see if you can find a pattern with 3 photographs, for example. And maybe that'll jog your memory to remember how to quickly get these answers.
Okay, you just do like 5 times 4 times 6 times 1. Isn't that what we did?
You want to do what?
Didn't we do like 5 and then like times 4 times 6 times 2 times 1? Isn't that what we did?
Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys are remembering. Yes. Okay, so
Oh my God, yeah.
this was the answer. Do you remember this?
Oh.
Do you remember?
Oh.
So, if you recall, in math, the exclamation point is actually an operation. That's called a factorial. That's, you say this out loud, as 5 factorial. 5 factorial. And what a factorial is, well, it means to take whatever number and then multiply it by every number underneath it. So it's the same thing as doing 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So yes, that will get me my answer, which is 120 is correct. So let's talk about why this works though. Think about, I have 5 slots that I'm going to fill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 slots. I'm going to put a picture in each one of them, right? I have 5 photos to choose from. So how many choices do I have for the first photo? 5, right? I have 5 pictures in front of me. I can take any one of those 5 and put it in the first spot. But now that I've put one there, when I move to fill in the second slot, I only have 4 photos to choose from now because I already put one there. So this one has 4 choices. And then as I keep going, this one only has 3 choices, 2 choices, and then 1 choice right there. Yep.
Or you could figure out how many 2 is, and then 2 picture frames is equal to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then divide 3, multiply 2 with 3, and then 6 with 4, and then 24 with 5.
You're right. Mm-hmm. So we have the factorial is just a nice way to sort of sum up, hey, this is what I'm doing. And it's right there. Does everybody have, go ahead and grab one of these calculators, the yellow ones that are not the big sign, the graphing ones with the big screen. Everybody get one of these ones. They're all over here on this cart. I'm going to show you where the factorial button is to make your lives a little bit easier. Okay, everybody's got a yellow calculator? So if I want to do 5 factorial, instead of literally typing 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, there is a button. Ready? So you want to hit 5 first, and then to get the exclamation point, do you see right here that button that says PRB right underneath mode?
Yeah.
That stands for probability. So if you just hit that button, see choice 3 is a little exclamation point? So just go, you can just hit the number 3 or scroll down to it and hit enter. So then you get it on your screen and you just hit enter and it'll do it for you. So if I wanted to do 10 factorial, everybody do 10 factorial. Wow. So if you had 10 photographs and you're trying to organize them,
50.
you do 50.
I already did. I'll put it to like 10,000.
Oops.
It's really scary.
Oh my god, for 50, it's so bad.
So now this, remember, is that's scientific notation. So that's this number with 64 zeros. 64, you got to move that decimal 64 places to the right. Yeah.
I did 10,000 factorial and I got an overflow error.
Yeah. Too big. So there's the fast way to get to the button. Now most scientific calculators do have this button. It just might be hidden. So if you're using your own, it may not have this PRB button, but it probably has it in a menu somewhere. So if you want it, I could look on yours and try and find it. The graphing calculators do have it too, but they hide them also. I think they have it in like, let's see, I think it's under math. And then you got, oh yeah, see they have the PRB menu over here. And then you'd have it there. So anything bigger than the these nice calculators mostly can do that. So just save you time if you're trying to do 8 factorial. Who wants to sit there and push all those buttons? Probably you do, because buttons are fun to push. But anyway, let's try some math problems with this. You ready? Okay. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's say you went to, have you guys ever been to Waffle House?
No,
Yeah.
Foot Locker. Say Foot Locker.
So, Waffle House, I've only been like twice, I think.
What is the Waffle House?
It's like Denny's, but yeah.
I have a horrible story of Denny's.
Remember the
I have a horrible
Yeah.
story.
Wait, is it one of those like constantly open no matter what?
Yes, most of them are 24 hours.
And like they stay open in a disaster.
I don't know,
I
maybe.
went to Denny's after I saw.
Now, I'm going to make this part up because I don't really know their whole menu. But let's assume you can get, how about plain, chocolate, or blueberry waffles. You can top it with top it with pancakes. You can top it with I don't know, maple,
Peanut butter,
peanut butter,
jelly.
jelly, or does someone say whipped cream? I heard whipped cream. Or whipped cream.
Peanut butter whipped cream.
And you can, let's say, add sprinkles or not.
Or a hot sauce. I love hot sauce.
So, what I want to do is figure out how many different ways I can order a waffle at Waffle House. Yeah.
That's like a billion.
Well, we're going to find out. Now, it probably is a billion with their real full menu, because I'm sure you have a lot more options than this. But for simplicity's sake, we have 3 options for the type of waffle. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 choices for topping. And then you can add a sprinkle or not add a sprinkle. Okay? So let's assume that you have to get one, you have to get either plain chocolate or blueberry. You have to pick one of those. And you have to top it with one of these things. And then you can have sprinkles or not have sprinkles. So, any thoughts?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say a billion. We get the same order like a million.
Right, but so I can get plain with maple and sprinkles, and that's different than plain with maple with no sprinkles.
I'm gonna
Or
say.
you could get plain with everything.
How many options is that again?
I'm gonna
That's
say
a lot, yeah. And it also, we're assuming also, guys, that you can only get one of these, so you can't get maple and peanut butter.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. So you have to pick one of these, you have to pick one of these, and then you can have sprinkles or not have sprinkles.
Chocolate.
So, guys, it's actually a lot easier than you think it is to figure this out. So,
Butter jelly.
my first item, plain chocolate or blueberry.
Chocolate.
Well, you have 3 options for that first choice, right? So, choice 1, whatever your first choice is, there's 3 different things that you could choose to get from there. Now, your second thing you have to decide on, there's 4 choices. So I'm just going to multiply it by 4. I have 4 choices for the second thing. And then for the third thing, I can have sprinkles or not. So how many choices is that?
2.
It's actually 2, right? You can either have the sprinkles or not have the sprinkles. So, the total different combinations, assuming those are our parameters, you have to pick one, you have to pick one, you have to pick one or not have it. That means that there are 24?
Yeah.
There are 24 different waffle combinations that you can order off this particular menu. Oh, I didn't think about that. You're right. Sorry.
I got.
Well, we can talk about Sonic. You guys ever been to Sonic? Really?
Like the
What?
hedgehog?
No, Sonic, the restaurant, the like fast food restaurant.
Subway.
Well,
Getting Subway at 3 a.m.
Sonic, guys, they have. I should find their ad. It's something like they boast that they have over 1 billion drink options. Yeah, and they do because we're gonna do a simplified menu. So you're going to choose. First, you're gonna get either small, medium, or large.
Extra large.
Okay, or extra large.
Yeah.
So you have to pick one of those. And you're gonna have to pick, let's pick a soda. You can have Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, root beer,
Monster. Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Wait. Mountain Dew.
Monster.
Then you can add in flavor shots. So you can add in cherry. You can add in vanilla. You can add in chocolate, really?
Peanut butter.
All right, chocolate. You could add in strawberry.
Thanksgiving. Turkey.
Children.
Turkey flavor.
Chowder.
Turkey stuffing.
Chowder.
Lobster flavor.
Have you seen
And then,
Put lobster flavor.
no, they also have candy add-ins. So you can add in, like, yeah, they have like Pop Rocks or something. I don't know.
Thing for your mouth to dissolve.
Oh, yeah. Let's say you can add Pop Rocks,
What about fingers?
Nerds,
Chocolate.
or let's say nothing.
Sour Skittles.
Hershey's?
So, let's find the guys. Find the combinations of and this is obviously they have a much bigger menu than this. So you can see how it can quickly get kind of crazy. So figure out if I have these options. So I have to get one of each of these until I get here. One of your options is nothing for candy. Now, and another thing that gets them to like 1 billion drinks is because they are allowing, you can get multiple flavor shots, right? You could mix 2, 3 things in. You could mix multiple candies together. I don't know if they let you mix multiple sodas together. Maybe. I don't know. So, but it gets big real quick. Okay? So, go ahead. Find me the total number of choices in this scenario.
50.
You have it already? I don't have it.
Got it.
Oh, jeez.
All together with kids.
Guess.
Sprite with pizza. Only 50, so. Sprite for 20 heads.
Okay, we got an answer? Pablo, tell me. I agree. Okay, guys. Did everybody get 240? Yes, I agree. So we had 4 times 5 times 4 times 3 in this case. This is also kind of like, have you ever been to one of those places where you do the soda? It's one machine and you can pick all the different flavors? So you start, yeah, so a lot of the places are adopting this now. You pick your base soda, and there's tons of choices, and then you can add add-ins right in it. So interesting, yeah.
See, like the like you know, like the ones from the thingy, and like you push it, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Ice.
So in my household, we call it the suicide drink. So like you like put all of the flavors in one cup, and like the first one to chug it first wins, and it's so gross.
It
But,
sounds
like,
terrible.
It's so funny to watch.
It sounds like mixing ketchup and mustard and drinking ketchup.
Yeah.
Ew, well.
Two pennies, Pez, and a grape.
All right, guys. So,
With Sprite.
yes. I have this sheet for you. Maybe we can try a couple together.
Okay, then sneeze.
That's what I was thinking about.
Hit it right on.
The lights on now.
Sure. Just the, yeah, just that one. Thank you. You guys are like a bunch of vampires. If I bring garlic to class, are you want them to explode?
Probably.
Probably.
I'll eat the whole thing.
Ew.
Okay, it's all about
Thanks, bud. Got you guys.
You think you're gonna pick it? Huh? You think you're gonna pick it?
Just a little bit. That's pretty.
Okay, so, if you take a look at the first one, this is very similar to what we were just talking about, but now we have pizza.
Yay.
Stop making.
You have 4 size choices for the pizza, 2 types of crust, 8 toppings. So, assuming that you are going to get just one topping, go ahead and figure out for me how many different pizzas could you order with just these options.
A lot.
Pablo? I agree.
Yep, I was right. 64.
Number 2, you already know the answer to.
What did he say?
It's okay. Guys, the second one you know the answer to.
I would say
120.
Right, that's a factorial problem, right? You have 5 choices for the first painting, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. So 5 factorial, which we just did, was 120. How are you going to do number 3? He's got 4 shirts, 3 pants, 2 shoes.
24.
How'd you get that?
I don't know.
You're right.
24. I did 4 times 3 times 2.
That's it. He's got 4 choices of shirt, 3 choices of pants, 2 choices of shoes.
Is this homework?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. 4. I want to get through at least 5 together because 5 is tricky.
Thank you.
What's number 5?
Well, let's do 4. Grace loves to eat salad. How many salads can she put together? 1 type of lettuce from 2 choices. She's going to pick 1 vegetable out of 4. And 1 dressing from 7. 56. I agree.
Hey, what about number 5?
Yes. So, let's all look at number 5 together.
Okay.
All right, guys. I need everybody to refocus. Number 5. I wonder where you're going to see a question just like this coming up.
Fast 5.
I don't know. Let's all make sure we're paying attention. So, Pennsylvania license plates have 3 letters followed by 4 numbers. If the same letter or number can be repeated, how many can be made? So, imagine a license plate. In this particular state, they're saying they've got 1, 2, 3 letters and then 1, 2, 3 numbers. So these are letters. And then this is going to be 4 numbers? Thank you. So I have 4 numbers. Now, they're saying I can have repeats. So I could have AAA 1111. Or I could have ABA 1212. I am allowed to have repeats. So, how many options do I have for the first letter?
3. 1.
No. Like 20. 20. Oh,
Six.
wait.
20.
26, right? There are 26 letters in our alphabet.
78.
So,
78.
I said
well, hold on. The first letter spot, I have 26 letters that could go in there. So I have 26 choices in my very first letter. Now, when I go to pick the second letter, how many choices do I have?
25.
10.
I still have 26 because I'm allowing. I can have AAA if I wanted. So I can have repeats. So I still have 26 choices for the next spot. So the last spot I'd have still 26 choices. If I'm allowing repeats, they're all in there. Now I got to think about the numbers, guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers I need to fill in. I'm still allowing repeats. So, how many choices do I have for the very first number?
21.
Infinite.
26.
Infinite.
9.
Well, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10.
You could have 0 in there too, right? So, you actually have 10 choices for the first number. Does that make sense? Right? Imagine a license plate. Couldn't it have 0? Of course. So, you have 10 choices.
I was right.
10 times 10.
Right. They're all going to be 10 because I could have the same number every time.
Never been right in my life.
So, if I'm the license plate maker, right, and these are my requirements, I have to have 3 letters, then 4 numbers, you're going to multiply. We always multiply with probability. So,
The 26 is 17,576, and then for the tens is 10,000. Do you have to add those?
you multiply them together. You multiply the whole thing. It's one big, long multiplication. So, wow.
Woo.
175,716,000.
So, if you're in Pennsylvania and these are your requirements, I don't know what they actually are, but assuming that they are,
What about Oregon?
I don't know. I don't even know what Massachusetts is. Let's be real. I know there's numbers and letters, but that's about it. I don't know. What do we have? 3. Well, what's mine? Oh, it's a mixed. It's mixed. Mine is. That's my license plate number. So it's 3 letters, but then there's 3 numbers, but I don't think it's in any kind of particular order. What are you gonna do? Go egg my car?
Maybe.
You gonna go out there? Oh.
I know you're so rare in
I'm
that car.
recording my teacher.
I know your license. Now I can stop.
She gave me her license plate number. She just pulled out the school lot.
5 blocks 50.
I used to have a giant sticker on my car, so it was very obvious.
Was it a ballerina?
So, 175 million different license plates I could come up with.
That's retarded.
Okay, choice B. Now, I'm not allowed to have repeats. Okay? So, I still have to have 3 letters, 4 numbers. How many choices do I have for the first letter? 26. But now the second one, 25, because I can't repeat. Followed by 24. So this one would be
8, 7.
yes.
Boom.
Yes. So now let's multiply all that together. Oh, jeez. What the heck is going on with this? So, although I still have a lot of options, it's, what, less than half of what I would have if I could have some repeats. Isn't that kind of fun?
No.
I think so. Okay, so let's see. What would I like you to do for
All of it.
homework?
What?
The rest of it.
Who said that?
Wait.
You did the
Could you look at the front page?
Well, I gotta look here. You can go ahead and finish 6, 7, and 8. That'll be part of it. But let me pick what else I want. I guess I'll stop this video now.